Now, I recently asked you guys, the general public, to send me some questions and I would answer them in this kind of Q&A format. So, here goes. Lyrics, chords, or melody first? Now, I used to think that I had to have the whole song finished before I could write any lyrics. Back when I played drums in a death metal band and wrote the lyrics as well. That was the way that I did it. So I'd wait for the guys to finish the whole track, a kind of a demo version, and then I'd just sit down and listen over and over and over, kind of get an idea for the lyrics, and maybe I had an idea for the concept, but the lyrics and the structure had to come after the song was finished. But since doing this kind of music, I found that I can do it a little bit before any music has been made, so that's like lyrics first, and I can also do it at the same time, so I might write a couple of phrases, play the guitar, and see what kind of comes out from writing the lyrics. So I think the way that I do it, it's kind of a mix of both. Question: what made you move towards making country music and acoustic style music? So a little bit of a kind of background, I suppose. Back in my younger days, I played drums mostly in heavy metal bands. My last sort of major music project was a metal band in Swansea called Extinction, and I wrote the lyrics and I played the drums to it. So in relation to this question, when I heard Live from Folsom Prison, the Johnny Cash album, that kind of put me down a rabbit hole of figuring out what country music was about. That was an album, I listened to it all the way through, got to the end, and I put it back on again. I couldn't really believe what I'd heard. It was amazing. So that, combined with getting an acoustic guitar when I turned 30, and then trying to learn all the songs from that album, kind of put me on this trajectory, I think. But the thing that inspired me the most, I think, to move more towards writing songs like this and kind of doing a bit more singer-songwriter type things, was when I heard the Brothers Landreth album, Come Morning. It just clicked. It just made sense. That kind of, this is what I want to do. Kind of this sort of thing, my own version of this. So those two albums, I would say more than songs, those two albums pushed me in that direction. Question: do you have a favorite song to play live? Well, I've only really played one gig so far of this music, but I think out of my original material that's released and not released, the song that I like to play the most is First Steps. I'm really happy with the acoustic guitar arrangement that I made for that when I played in Swansea a couple of weeks ago. I totally stripped the song back and arranged it just for the acoustic, and I think it sounds great. I'm actually thinking about doing an acoustic version and putting that out there as well, but it's probably that one so far. Yeah. Question: show us your gear. All right, I'll show you the guitar stuff or the instrument stuff more than the studio stuff because it's a bit more straightforward. So first thing, I've got this. It's East Coast G1. This is the guitar that kind of started it off for me, really. I got this on my birthday, my 30th. My brother sent it to me, and really is what set me off in the direction of making my own music and writing my own songs. So a lot of love for this guitar. Second one to show, this is my first electric guitar, actually first electric guitar ever. Back when I lived in the UK, I played acoustic guitar, but never really electric guitar. So I got this thing. This is it's not the flashiest, most expensive thing on the market. It's Harley Benton standard series Telecaster. Does the job. I really like it. Yeah, I'm gonna change the pickups in it soon, hopefully. And yeah, this is what do most of the stuff on at the moment. But I just got this thing for my birthday this year, which I really love. This is the Stratosonic by Squier, or Fender Squier, and it's got P90 pickups in it. It's currently in open tuning. I bought this kind of to be my slide guitar. It's got a bit of a nicer action for slide. I really like it, and I think I'm going to use it a little bit more than just for slide. It's so nice. So those are the guitars, and then my amp. I have a Blackstar Debut 50, which is down there. You can't see it. I'm not going to move the camera. And yeah, for what I've got here in this room, that's all I need. I don't need anything much bigger than that. If I gig with it, I can mic it up. It's got a pretty nice sound. And then on this side, you can probably hear that, I've got a Korg i3, which is it's a keyboard synthesizer. It's a bit of like an arranger keyboard, so it's got a lot of different features on there. But I use that for a lot of the obviously the keyboard sounds, the synths and the organ sounds that I've got, and also like to use it for the low end, the bass. Can get some really cool sounding bass lines on there, because if you notice, I didn't have a bass guitar, so I do everything here. Bit Spinal Tap. I got two hands, don't I? Anyway, that's my gear. Anything else? No, that's it. That's my gear. Question: who is your favorite guitarist? Now, I've got a couple, so I'll just tell you the ones that are top of my head, because they're going to be the ones that I suppose are the biggest influence on me. So number one is Joey Landreth. Like I mentioned earlier, when I heard that Brothers Landreth album, Come Morning, that's Joey's band, I was amazed. I think he's such a creative guitarist. He plays in open C tuning. He's a brilliant slide player, very creative with how he uses the open tuning as well. And yeah, just generally, what a crazy guitar player. I think he's great. So he's big influence. Then there's Steve Vai, who I recently, it was a year ago, chance happened to bump into him in the airport, and then I saw him in a live Q&A, and made quite a big impression on me. Not just his guitar playing, but his philosophy and his outlook towards music and life as well. It's hard to listen to Steve Vai talk and not be inspired by it. So he's definitely up there. Then we've got Tommy Emmanuel, the fingerstyle legend. When I play acoustic guitar, that's what I sort of try to do. I try to learn that fingerstyle playing, and the stuff that guy does is like magic. I don't know how he manages to make that style of playing look so easy and sound so beautiful when he's playing the most complicated stuff that I've ever seen on really any musician playing. And then after that, we've got Johnny Highland, who this hat actually belongs to, or did. Now it's mine. Yeah, he's a great one. Chicken picking master. Absolutely love hearing that guy playing. And another guy that I love hearing him talk about the guitar and his approach to music. It's just great. So those are probably the top. I could mention a couple of others, probably Brent Mason, Danny Gatton. Who else? Yeah, I don't know. Those are the ones that kind of off the top of my head who really, really inspire me. So, question: prog rock or country? This might be the hardest question that anybody could ask me. I don't know. I can't decide. That's kind of why I'm trying to mix them together, because they're both great. Question: as a multi-instrumentalist, what advice would you give to somebody picking up an instrument for the first time? Do it. Pick it up, have a go. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid of it. It's just music. It's just music. It's just a bunch of sounds. Just do it. I think maybe people put too much pressure on themselves that, oh, I'm not going to be any good at this or whatever. I don't know. But just do it. Just do it. The only way to do it, the only way to make music, to learn an instrument or anything, is to start. So go for it. Don't be scared. You know, embrace that you might be a bit embarrassed or feel a little bit awkward, but find a quiet place in your house and just go for it. You know, just go for it. Listen to loads of music. Try to listen to what the different instruments are doing as well, and just have fun. You know, get stuck in and have fun. Question: if you could collaborate with any living musician, who would it be? Now, I could say one of my favorite guitarists, but I'm actually going to say Todd Rundgren. I think he's still alive. Pretty sure he's still alive, but probably Todd Rundgren, somebody like that, you know, someone with a musical brain that is just expansive and really creative, because I'd love to hear what madness we would create, you know, what the outcome would be of that, because his musical brain is something, it's crazy. So probably, yeah, Todd Rundgren. There we go.